I'm going through changes. I finally moved out of my parents' house and it is obviously scary as fuck. But it's also very exciting because even though my parents were very cool and nice, I love having my own space and I don't like it when my space gets disturbed by other people. So today I'm gonna talk about this. First off, I want to talk about why I decided to move when I decided to move. And the thing is, I've been wanting to move out of my parents' house for the longest time. I honestly don't know how long it's been. It's been years. I've been dreaming about that since I was, I don't know, maybe 14 years old. And, well, for context, I don't live in the United States where it is very common to see people moving out of their parents' house by the time they hit maybe 20, 18, 20, something like that. Where I live, people don't usually do that. People usually stick around until their late 20s, probably even 30s, because of the economic situation right now. But nonetheless, I've always wanted to move out, but the economic situation was not favorable, and I could not afford to move out. So that's why it took me so long. And I didn't make this decision right now. I think it was made a long, long time ago. I was just waiting for the right time. And that's something that prevented me from moving out before because sometimes I was just making up excuses as to why I wasn't moving out. And it's always about the money, right? I wasn't making enough money. I wasn't finding the right place. I wasn't finding, I don't know, things just weren't not aligning, I guess. And sometimes I think it was just excuses. But the thing that made me take the chance this time was that I found an apartment that looked so good, honestly. It was so pretty. It had a studio space with a huge window, a huge carpet, a nice couch, and I don't know, it looked very good. It was a little bit out of my economic reach, I guess, my budget, but I don't know. I was very interested, and as soon as I saw it, I messaged the owner, and I wanted to see it. And she was very kind, and she told me, "Yeah, you can come by whenever." I was like, "Okay, is today a good time?" And she was like, "Yep." So I took my keys, and I drove to the apartment, which is funny because it's like 5 or 6 blocks away from my parents' house, so it was really close. I thought it was gonna be a little bit, I don't know, further, but no, it was very, very close. So that same day it got posted, I was already looking at the place, and I wouldn't say I fell in love because it lacks a proper kitchen, and yeah, that was one of the things that made me not move out last year because I was looking at another place, but it was just a room with a bathroom. It didn't have anything else. It didn't have any kitchen supplies, nothing. It had absolutely nothing. It barely had, I mean, it had a huge window, but it was just basically a room. And you had to put everything inside a room. And so this time, even though this thing doesn't have a proper kitchen, it has some appliances, it has some room, it has a small fridge, it has, it's like a hotel room. You don't have an actual kitchen, but you have like little things to make it work. And since I eat, I actually get food at work. I only have to cook like twice a week, maybe on weekends, but not every single weekend. So I was like, okay, I'll make it work. And that's why, even though it doesn't have a proper kitchen, I was like, yeah, this one looks good. And it took me like, I don't know, I saw the place on, I think it was a Saturday or Sunday. And, these apartments here in my country, they get, I guess, rented very quickly. I had like no time to think about it. And so I think by Tuesday, I told her, hey, I'm very interested. Let's make the paperwork. And I was signing the contract, I think, on that Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, it's been a while. And yeah, that's what, I don't know, I just really like the place. It's a little bit out of the budget that I was expecting, but I don't know. It's a nice place. I have really felt like it's been, I don't know, welcoming, comforting. I don't know. It feels nice to have a place of my own to move everything, to clean everything, to, I don't know, take care of the place as much as the place takes care of me, if that makes any fucking sense. And so, yeah, it's been really nice. It's been a struggle economically because I went to two concerts. That's expensive. I had a lot of, reunions and things with friends and stuff like that. So I spent more money than I should have. And also, I had to buy a lot of things, a lot of kitchen supplies, a lot of, small things that a house needs that I didn't think through or I didn't write down in my list. And so I was missing a lot of things, and I'm still missing some things because, as I said, money is kind of tight. But I don't know. I'm just excited, and I'm happy that I got this place, and I've been living, I don't know, like more peacefully because my parents' house was a little chaotic at times, and I didn't feel that as much in my room because it was kind of isolated from the rest of the house. So actually, I have been feeling very similar here. Like, I don't feel alone because I've always been kind of alone, and but in a good way. I enjoy being alone, and I don't know, it just feels nice. I've been sleeping like a baby. I've been sleeping very well. I've been taking care of my things. I've been cleaning the place. It's been a lot of hard work, and I am very tired all the time, which is not good, but I don't know, it feels good. And that's why it took me, I think, a month and a half to post this video because I've been so busy doing things, working on this. It took me, of course, I haven't told this story. It took me 2 weeks, 2 whole weeks to move out. You know why? Because I didn't want to rent a moving truck. Because, as I said, money was tight. And so, since it was so close, I thought, yeah, I'll just do freaking 20 trips to in between places. And even though I didn't have to take a bed or a couch or anything like that, I have a lot of shit that I needed to move, and everything needed to fit in a sedan, in a freaking car. So of course it took me like 12. I don't even know how many trips I made, and I ended up saving money. I didn't spend money on that. It was very close. My brother helped me out. He came by, I don't know, like 6 times. My dad came like 3 times. My girlfriend helped me also like 3 times. So it was a lot of effort, not only from my part, but also from their part, because they helped me in a lot of little things that I needed to do. And even though they helped me a lot, and I was doing this a lot of, like, that was my full-time job for 2 weeks. And yeah, it took me 2 fucking weeks to move, which is ridiculous. But I don't know. I'm glad that it happened that way. I got to chat a lot with my brother, with my dad, with my girlfriend. They were all very excited about it. I don't know. It was a good time. It felt really weird doing it, but I don't know. It was nice. And so yeah, that's why it took me I don't even know how long it's been since the last video got posted, and I'm sorry about this, but I don't know. I'll try to regain my schedule thing that I was going for. The goal is to post once a week. That's a goal. That's still the goal. But life happens, and you get very busy and you can't take a break. So yeah, that was my experience moving out. It's what, like a month of work just condensed into one small 13-minute video. I'll probably talk about this more in a future video, or maybe if you have any questions about this, you can leave it in the comments. But yeah, I don't know, it's been cool. It's been very it's been a lot of hard work. I just feel very tired and very busy. That's what I feel now. I'm just very busy, but it feels nice to do all of that, to go to the grocery store, to clean up, to cook for myself, to be working here sometimes because I get remote work twice a week so I can enjoy the place. I don't know, it feels nice. It's been a good change, I think. Even though the money situation is not very good, I'm happy that I did it. I'm not gonna say that it has changed me because I'm still the same person. I still make stupid decisions sometimes. I wouldn't say I am more responsible than ever because that's just not true. I've just been very busy, and I don't know. It's been an interesting time, and I look forward to talking more about this. Yeah, that was right. So yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for listening. If you're still listening, I don't know why you're doing that. I don't think this was that interesting, but I just needed to complete this so I can finish this part of this video that was planned and get going. Just keep going and keep putting out content for you guys because I really want to do this. I really want to make this work, and that's going to take a lot of effort. Like those 2 weeks, that's going to take a lot of effort to make it. But I'm here for the long run, so if you're interested or if you found this somewhat entertaining, click the subscribe button and you'll make me very happy. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.